Hi everyone, this is your October 29, 2020 daily tarot oracle card reading. We're using oracle cards out of the Promethean Oracle. So, thank you for your likes, shares, and all the good energy. I don't want to shuffle my hair in the cards, okay? It ends up everywhere. All right. We're just going to get one of these cards, take a quick look at it, and then move forward. I'll take the top one. Imhotep. He was a great, well, I know that he was a pharaoh, right? He was a pharaoh. I don't know. I guess they think they're all great. I didn't know them, so we'll see what happens. Imhotep. Take a look at that. So this is, Imhotep is under the group of creators in this oracle card deck. So, a creator, huh? Let's take a look here. More than 4,600 years ago, the third dynasty pharaoh, Djoser, decided that he did not want his final resting place to be a traditional tomb. No doubt he told his chief architect, Imhotep, he was his chief architect, that he wanted something bigger, something different, something for people to remember him by. So Imhotep created the first pyramid for him. I thought he was a pharaoh. Imhotep was a talented architect and a commoner who had risen through the ranks to serve as Djoser's architect, physician, sage, poet, vizier, high priest of Heliopolis, and chief minister. That sounds like me. Just kidding. Many of you. He is one of the rare mortals, pharaohs aside, to be declared a demigod and then a god, and prayers to him can be found on the walls of the temple of Hathor, which was reconstructed from 116 BCE to 34 AD, more than 2,500 years after his death. Interesting. It seems that Imhotep knew no limits. He used all of his talents, gaining both the respect of his pharaoh and the admiration of all Egypt. So great was his popularity that he was even featured in adventure stories. Quite an inspiration, huh? Gazing steadily at you and smiling as if he already knows the answer. Imhotep asks you what you have accomplished in your life and what will you do next. He asked, what will you be remembered for? Oh my gosh, I've got chills. So I ask, what will you be remembered for? It's big, right? Wow. He was deified as a god of medicine, but in stories dating to the 1st century AD, he is characterized as a great magician, perhaps because the step pyramid, his architectural triumph, stood out as a monument to his creative and therefore magical skill. His name means one who comes in peace. Wow, that is so cool. Truly, Imhotep is the best example of the third eye chakra, unifying knowledge with wisdom and intellectual creativity. I would like you guys to tell me who got chills hearing this. I'm just like all lit up. Wow, it's incredible. Wow. To hang on to that energy is beautiful. Okay, so let's find out what you will be created for. I mean, I like that. What you will be remembered for and why you were created. I love those slips, They used to call them Freudian slips, but I really think they're higher self slips, like the truth slips out. Freud was just some dude, to me. I mean, anyway, he had some theories, but it's kind of twisted a lot. Okay, so that's just my opinion, so, I'm entitled to it. So, first card out is Six of Swords, reverse. Six of Swords reversed is excuses for not doing the right thing. Excuses for not getting to a better place, a safe place. Excuses for putting up with or doing what you know you shouldn't be doing. And you know that. Somebody knows that. Okay. Next card. Five of Cups reversed. So this is after the pain, disappointment, regret is getting off the floor and taking the two cups that you have left and moving forward. It's the process of the grieving and the sadness and, dwelling in the sorrow. It's pretty much over now. And that's good news. All right, next card. Wheel of Fortune. So Wheel of Fortune is about, well, it's a fated event. It's about changing your path. It's about lucky times, lucky break. So there's this thing about luck actually is opportunity and preparation meeting at the same time. Timing, right? Timing. The wheel. You're there when the wheel rolls by and you jump on it. Okay. This is what I've got about this. The Six of Swords leaving someplace, getting to a better place. I think maybe you felt like you were sad or working on whatever broke your heart, whatever hurt you emotionally really bad. Like you felt like you were there for too long. People said, you should be over this by now. It's been 87 years. It's been 2 years. It's been 7 years. It's been 4 months. You should be dating. You should be whatever. But whose heart was it? Whose emotions were it? So, in the case of the Six of Swords and not going to a better place, might have meant that you didn't go where people thought you should go. You didn't abandon yourself while you're working through your emotions. That's commendable. It's not following what people say you should follow. And that's the right thing to do. We should never follow what people say we should follow. Especially if they don't take their own advice. Especially if they're shallow or their life is troubled. And I'm not judging. We all know people like that. We all do. So I would say consider the source that's telling you, trying to get you to do something that you're not ready for. And consider your own source, your higher self, source, God, whatever you want to call the creator. Because that should be your own idea of what it should be, what it is anyway, not somebody else telling you what it should be or what it isn't. Okay? So I'd like to say, I'm proud that you took the time to heal. I'm proud that you sat on the floor as long as you needed to with those cups spilled around you and looked at them really well. You know why? Because that was some processing that's not easy to do, that most people won't sit in. They'll just go, whoop, I'm out of here. And they'll be out of there. There's this thing people say, to get over someone, just sleep with someone else. How does that make any sense? I know many people said it, and many people have done it. But I think that running to someone else, being at that vulnerable stage, may not be the best thing we could do. Do you? So, Wheel of Fortune. In this reading right here, one of the things you may be remembered for is walking your own path and not caring what other people say. Let them talk. Because if they were working their own plan, they wouldn't be worried about yours, would they now? Just something to think about. Imhotep says, the fact that you questioned and went against the grain is something good to be remembered for. He went against the grain. He rose very high for a commoner. Think about that. He created that step pyramid. It was a great monument. It was never done before. Yep. So, now you're ready to get on that wheel. What will you do with it? What do you think is your fate? Woo. I'd like to hear that if you'd like to put it in the description box. I know I don't get a ton of views, but it's okay. You're listening. That's all that matters. I love you. Have a great day. Bye-bye.